it. Let's do it. Yeah. Good evening, everybody. I'm on here a little early today, 8:26. A little bit early. Yeah. So today, 100% fact, sugar is the cause of all health problems. Not just one health problem, all health problems. So we live right now on Facebook and on TikTok. And I'm fixing to share with y'all some information that might save your life. Definitely help you live a better life. Shout out to Armando, what's up? Can too, already. And as I go, we're gonna let more people come on here right now. Make sure you share, make sure you invite. If I can help you, always you can give me a call, 832-715-2557. Let's go! Yeah. 100% fact, sugar is the cause of all health problems. Remember that. We can invite people right now. We can invite them right now. Shout out to Rachel in the house, May time now. Yes. How's everybody doing right now? How y'all doing right now tonight? I'm going to go ahead and play my theme. Here we go.
Sugar is the devil. Keto is life TV.
Yeah, that's right. Sugar is the devil and keto is life TV. For the first, if y'all haven't seen me, guess what? I have a show that's really awesome, and it's helping people with their health, whether it's diabetes, whether it's high blood pressure, anxiety, depression, inflammation, you name it. Guess what? I'm going to show you how to get rid of it. Is it going to be easy? No, it's not going to be easy. But if you want it, you can do it. Why? Because I did it. All right, so today we're talking about 100% fact. Sugar is the cause of all health problems. 100% fact. Sugar is the cause of all health problems. Now let me prove it to you. So sugar is the cause of high blood pressure. Sugar is the cause of diabetes. Sugar is the cause of depression. Sugar is the cause of anxiety. Sugar is, in some studies, there has been kids that had epilepsy and done the keto lifestyle, and even teens that done the keto lifestyle and was able to control it, and some beat it, right? So something that powerful, it comes with leaving sugar alone, with deleting sugar out your life, right? And I'm always telling people, you know what? Delete sugar out your life. Delete sugar out your life. And I know it's easier said than done, right? Because a lot of people they're addicted. And we know sugar's an addiction, right? It's a huge addiction. There's studies that say it's as addictive as cocaine, from what I see and from what I read and see, right? And it makes sense to me because a lot of people, they can't leave the sugar alone. They'll try to find every which way they can to make their story feel good. You got people, oh, you know what? I don't do a lot of sugar. Or they always get this one. I don't eat sweets. I don't like sweets. They don't like sweets, but yet, do you know that sugar, there's more sugar that sometimes in certain items than a donut? For instance, there's a lot of sugar in bread. There's a lot of sugar in pasta. There's in some points, in some different dishes, depending on what dish you're eating, pasta has more sugar than a donut does. And people, they don't see that. So right away I get that. I don't eat sugar. I don't understand how I'm sick. I don't eat sugar. I don't understand how I'm diabetic. But yet you're still eating mashed potatoes. You're eating potato salad, pasta, bread, rice, and all those carbs that turn to sugar. So guess what? You are getting a huge amount of sugar, you know? Shout out to Mickey. Appreciate you being on here. And shout out to everybody over here, man. Appreciate y'all being on here. We don't have a lot of people. We got 5 people. Hey, what's up? Shout out to everybody over here on TikTok. Appreciate y'all being on here. And guys, man, if you're on TikTok, and make sure you add me on Keto is Life TV, because we still don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if Trump's still trying to close it down, but you could add me on Keto is Life TV. Even people on Facebook, y'all can add me on Keto is Life TV if y'all haven't added me yet. Y'all could also add me on my other Facebook channel, which is One Sugar is the Devil. One Sugar is the Devil. And you could also find me on Instagram at One Sugar is the Devil. But anyway, guys, check this out. So right now, people think that when they have diabetes, when they have high blood pressure, when they have anxiety, depression, whatever they have, they always say, and before I go any further, let me go and play this because I don't want to get in trouble. Here we go. Attention, my advice is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any health problems. I am not a doctor. I just show you what worked for me. Let's begin the show. All right, guys, as you well know, I'm not a doctor. I just show you what works for me. And one thing that worked for me was me. Me and my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Because the thing is, doctors will never, ever, 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 ever take care of the disease. Doctors take care of symptoms, never the disease. So if you're diabetic, if you're type 2 diabetic, even if you're type 1 diabetic, and you're seeing your doctor and going to see your doctor and everything like that, you're going to remain that way. Now, type 1's a little bit different, right? So type 1, I was helping. I've still been helping. I was helping Gilbert Garcia. I was helping him. He's from San Antonio. And he told me, hey, man, can you help me? And it's kind of challenging because type 1 and type 2 is different. Well, type 1 means you're no longer making insulin, right? And type 2 is not that. Type 2 means that you're not making a lot of insulin. You're still making some insulin, but you're not making a lot of insulin, right? So what we're trying to do is get our body to where we're laying off our glucose and we're laying off our insulin. We're not using so much of our insulin, right? And then when you're doing that, that's when the beauty comes in. That's when you're using your fat for fuel. See, our body, when we're born, our body is always running on ketones. So that's where keto comes in and everything like that. So that's why keto is awesome, because keto means you're going to be using your ketones for your fat, for your fuel. That's what you're going to be using instead of your glucose. So if you have any questions anytime, let me know. Shout out to Pops, man. Shout out to Cynthia. And if you have any questions, let me know. But so if you have a question or if you don't understand what I'm talking about exactly, let me know and I'll get into detail with you. But exactly what happens is when a person becomes type 2 diabetic, it's because their body has been eating sugar for the longest time. Now remember, like I told you, our body when we're born is to run on ketones. That's what our body, everybody has ketones in their body when they're born, right? And then when we start putting that sugar and putting all these other kind of foods in us and everything like that, we slow that down. So before we're hitting the ketones when we're born, but now we're hitting sugar. So now we're hitting this and hitting this and hitting that, right? And then that's when we become sick because we get too much sugar. So say you got a pot, right? You got 2 pots, right? Inside you, right? And your pot, as all the times you've been eating sugar and eating sugar and eating sugar and everything's been turning to sugar, this pot eventually is going to go up. And what happens when you put a lid over a pot, say when it's really, say it got some water in it and it's pretty packed already. Each time you're bringing down your lid, your water is going to splatter out. So that's where diabetes comes in. So every time you've been trying to drop your lid down, it starts squirting out. And that's when it starts going to your bloodstream. And then it goes to your eyesight. And then you got problems because it's all over your body. And then you go from type 2 to type 1 because then your body's not making insulin no more. You know? So that's just a little bit about diabetes. Shout out to Maria. That's just a little little story about diabetes I'm telling you about. But what helps it? How right now and I'm talking to all the diabetics out there right now. If you are type 2 diabetic, don't worry. What you have to worry about is doing the hardest part. And the hardest part right now is deleting sugar out your life. That's the hardest part. I'm here to tell you that if you delete sugar out your life, the first week you're going to feel sick. You're going to feel abnormal. You ain't going to feel good at all, right? You're going to feel something's wrong with you, right? But the second week, you start feeling a little bit better. The third week, the second week's always like the denial stage. You're like, man, I don't even know I'm listening to Free. He ain't even a doctor, right? But you're listening to me because I've been there. Let me put my picture up. Oh, here we go. Because I've been there. I have been there. When I tell you that I've been there, I've been there. I used to be in the hospital. All the time. I used to have to go to sleep sitting down because I had asthma. I used to have problems in the restroom. Man, I had so many problems when it was time for me to go poop and stuff like that. I hate to be so blunt, but my show's straight up truth. And I went through so many pain, so many problems. I was in the hospital, in and out of the hospital. I was always getting IVs, all kinds of pills, all kinds of stuff, They would give me the little pills because I had high blood pressure. I don't know how many years I had high blood pressure for. But the last thing I had was type 2 diabetes. And at one time, I wanted to give up. I was like, you know what? I'm diabetic. It's going to be okay. My sister's diabetic. My dad was diabetic. I just got to make sure that I don't get gangrene or nothing, don't get no infection. Because if I do, then they're going to chop my leg off like they chopped my dad's leg off, and stuff like that. But I knew I had to do something about it because if I didn't, it wasn't going to change, right? At that time, I knew deep down the doctor wasn't going to be able to help me. I knew that. How did I know that? Because when I was in the hospital, that doctor just told me, hey, you know what? Exercise and eat right. All I remember is exercise and eat right. At the time, when they sent me to the other room, they said, okay, you could eat brown rice, you could eat white rice, you could eat this, you could eat this fruit, you could eat this fruit. Now, later on, during that time, later on, a few months later on, I'm like, man, how am I supposed to eat this if I'm type 2 diabetic? How am I supposed to eat this? So that's why I push people and tell people, man, you know what? If you want change, you have to do change. You have to do the hardest part. Get out your comfortable place. We get in a comfortable place and we capture ourselves and we want to be there. We don't think there's no way out. We're the ones throwing away our key. We put our own self in a cell, right? If we're sick, we'll stay sick and we'll get more sick. Because that could have happened to me. That almost happened to me, but it didn't. Because I worked hard every day, and when I wanted to surrender and throw the flag out, I lift that flag up and say, you know what? I'm going to do this. Now, did I know what I was going to do? I did not know about keto. I did not know about none of that, right? I just knew that I couldn't be eating all that sugar no more. And during that time, I was blaming God. I was, blaming him. Why am I diabetic? Why you're making me diabetic? Haven't you done enough? You gave me high blood pressure. You got me sick all the time. But it was not about that. I was blaming other people for my action. God gives us blessings in disguise. And one of the blessings that he gave me, and I thank him every day. When I tell you I thank him every day before I get up or before I go to sleep, I say, God, Jesus, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, thank you. Thank you for making me type 2 diabetic. Can you imagine somebody thanking somebody for making them type 2 diabetic? And the reason I do that, because he changed me, because he woke me up. See, God was always trying to push me a little bit and tell me, hey, wake up. But I would never get it. I like, oh, you know what? I'm fat. I'm sick. I take these little pills. I'm going to be okay. But I would never get every time God would just try to push me a little bit. So finally, God said, you know what? I'm going to make you type 2 diabetic. Because you seen your dad go through it. You seen your dad lose his leg from it. You seen your dad get dizzy spells from it. Forget where he was at. You seen your dad leave this world in 1995, So that was a wake-up call for me. Now, it's up to us how we take up the blessings. right? We feel it. I've seen so many people, you know what? If I don't have no bad luck, I don't have no luck at all, right? So another thing you have to do is start being positive. Start thinking positive. You know, it all comes down to your mind. Your mind controls everything. Right now it don't. Right now it don't. But it can control it, especially if I'm coaching you and pushing you, because I've been there. I remember when food used to run me. Food used to always run me. No matter what, I used to be happy by food. I was sad by food. Whatever it was, food was my escape place. Food was giving me joy. Not anymore. Not anymore. I ate earlier, about 7:45. I won't be eating no more till tomorrow. I do 20 hours every day. I intermittent fast 20 hours every day. I feel amazing. I feel amazing. You know, I'm putting some muscle on. Man, you know, it's an amazing lifestyle. And I don't mean to gloat all over y'all. It's not about that. It's just letting you know, hey man, I have been there, and I show you pictures. I've been there. You can see other pictures. I've been there. I remember going to sleep. Like this because I couldn't take it, because I couldn't breathe. So I'd be asleep like this. And I would fall asleep like that and pray to God because I couldn't breathe, right? I don't have those problems no more. I have no, what's up, Richard? Shout out to Richard, man. Shout out to Jose. I have no problems whatsoever any longer. I don't even get slight headaches. Do you know every morning I would wake up and I would have a slight headache? Not even a slight headache, a bad headache. But I don't get headaches no more. You know, I don't know when was the last time, maybe 3.5 years ago when I was looking for some aspirin in my house, you know. And I still got the extra strength, Pepto-Bismol. I got everything because I did a show on that where I was showing people, you know, I used to drink this, I used to drink that, I used to take this like it was a normal thing. But not no longer, you know. Shout out to everybody over here, man, joining me on TikTok. Appreciate y'all guys. And anytime if I could help y'all, let me know. My telephone number is always there, 715-2557. So the question to y'all, how long do y'all plan to feel sick, to be sick? How long do y'all want to see y'all doctors? And I'm just saying in general, I'm not talking about nobody in particular here, because I don't know, right, what you're going through. But it might be somebody you know, might be somebody in your family. Because everybody in their family got somebody that's sick. You know, if you just got a weight problem, that's a health problem. If you can't bend over and tie your shoe, like bend over and grab your shoe without getting dizzy, that's a health problem. You know, if you have anxiety, that's a health problem. If you're not functioning right, if your brain's not functioning right, that's a health problem. And how does all that change? All that changes by deleting sugar out your life. Now, I know you're probably saying, Free, but how do I do that? Because everything carries sugar. Everything. And you're right. Everything does have sugar in it. But why don't you start getting the natural sugars? You know, I tell people, if you like, what's it called? Fruit. If you like fruit, why don't you change out all your fruit for the berry family? Why? Because berries carry amazing antioxidants. They carry vitamins. They carry magnesium. They carry really good stuff for your body. Now, you're probably wondering, why does Free push the keto lifestyle religiously all the time? Because it works. Because it's not a diet, it's an amazing lifestyle. That's exactly what it is. Not a diet, it's an amazing lifestyle. So here I am, and every day I go on my social medias and I see people crying out for help. I mean, really crying out for help. I see people, please help me. I'm in the hospital. They have everything in their arm. They don't know what to do. They don't know why they haven't changed. But I try to reach out to them and say, you know what? Hey, call me. Let me help you. Do they call me? No. It's like the hardest thing for people to do is to call the person that can help them. Now, if you could give me a reason why you think I can't help you, then I would stop leaving those messages on your deal. But I know I can help you Because I've been there. I have been there. You know, a lot of times we want to go listen to somebody with a white coat, right? Why? Because he's a doctor, because he has all the experience, because he went to school for it. And hey, that's cool. That's awesome. You know, he is a doctor, right? But sometimes they're not going to help you. They didn't help me. Not once did they help me. A doctor would take care of symptoms. They'll never take care of the disease. Doctors will tell you right now, the diabetes is chronic. There is no way you're going to beat diabetes. Absolutely no way. They'll say you can control it, but you're always going to be diabetic. Well, guess what? I'm here to tell y'all, I'm no longer diabetic. I no longer have high blood pressure. You know, doctors always give you medication. They're known to give you medication, right? So right now, if you go and you say, hey, I'm sick, what does a doctor do? Okay, what pharmacy do you use? Okay, right? And you go to the pharmacy, you get your medicine. A few months later, a doctor always tells you, I want to see you again for a checkup, right? So you go to the checkup, and you might even be good, but a doctor will find something else to see you with. Doctor say, oh, you know what? Your cholesterol is a little bit high. And you're going to see that doctor, right? During that time, he's giving you medication. Now, this medication, he's not telling you what this medication is doing to you, right? You're thinking, oh, God, you know what? It's going to help me and I'm going to feel better and everything. But this medication is messing with your kidneys now. This medication is messing with your liver now. This medication is messing with this now, right? Because they always have effects, right? And you think you're doing your body right, but you're not. See, a lot of times we take medication and we think it's helping us. It's not helping us. What's helping us is we believe in the medicine. We believe it's working, right? We believe they got commercials. Oh, you know what? Hey, it's going to make you feel good. You see commercials. You see the radio. You hear all this thing. Feels good, right? Everything makes you feel good, right? But it's not that. It's you. It's you that's making you feel better, right? Because you're believing in something that's not working. Now, I'm not here to tell you that all medicines don't work, right? I'm not here to tell you that, right? But I'm just here to tell you that you do not need medicines. You do not need to see a doctor. You know, but how do you get yourself to that point? I can't tell y'all, hey, you know what? Stop seeing your doctor. I can't tell y'all that. I would never tell y'all that, right? But what I can tell y'all is that your problem's not going to be solved there. You know, you have to wake up and you have to really want this. You have to want this more than you want anything ever. You got to want this so bad, so bad. You know, you got to want it. You know, until you want it, until you see yourself doing it, until you vision yourself doing it, till you see yourself and you feel it, you breathe it, and you do whatever the hard work is, then and only then you'll change. You know, this is not just something part-time for me. You know, this is not just sometimes. I mean, there's times I don't even want to do videos. Like, man, you know, I don't want to go and do a video, you know, but I know I have to because there's somebody out there that I can help. You know, that's the joy I get where I can help people, whether they're on TikTok, whether they're on Facebook, whether wherever they're at. I can help them and they can relate to me because they had, you know, I've been through it. They had the same problem. I'm trying to see if we have any questions over here. If you have any questions anytime on TikTok or on Facebook, let me know, man. Let me know. But so guys, people that I've helped out, I was helping Linda out, and I wish she would call me again, but she fell off, you know. And she told me last time she fell off. She was gonna call me, but I haven't heard from her. But she had real bad anxiety, right? Bad anxiety where she told me she didn't want to come out of her house, right? So she started doing the keto lifestyle and she dropped weight. She felt good. Everything was changed, you know. And somebody else, you know, there's so many people that I help out, right? A lot of people. Like, for instance, Danny. Danny and his wife are in Georgia. And his wife reached out to me. And Danny had a problem where when he ate, he felt his food wouldn't go down. His food would stay right here, right? So he felt terrible, right? Well, Danny don't have that problem no more, right? Danny's lost so far, I think he's probably lost about maybe 20-some pounds. And I ain't been working him that long. But what I'm getting at, guys, is he changed. He stopped eating so much sugar. He started leaving the sugar alone. Sugar is dangerous. Your body does not need to run on sugar. It don't. You know, and as long as you keep on thinking that your body needs sugar, you're always going to need a doctor. You're always going to need medication. You know, there's a lot of people that are into bodybuilding. They're into going to the gym, right? And they'll eat all kinds of food. They'll eat all this bad food, right? And they're the first to tell you, you know what? You don't need to leave the sugar alone. You just need to, what they call it, I can't think of it. I can't think of the word they always use, but your body got to be at that, right? But some of them still have anxiety problems. Some of them still go through so much stress. Some of them go through depression. Some of them have type 2 diabetes. I know for a fact, I know for a fact what I'm talking about, and I can't call them out, but these are people that are like gym rats. That's just all they do. But like I tell you, don't expect to not take care of your inside and just go to the gym and take care of your outside and your inside is going to be fixed, because it's not. It's not. Nothing is going to change it. You'll probably feel a little bit leaner, you'll lose, you look good from the outside, but what about your inside? And I try to tell people all the time, it's always about your inside. Another thing, you got people that get operations done, and more power to them. They can afford it, or that's awesome, right? But they got to work. They got to think about this. They got to think about, even after you drop. I've seen it too many times, right? So somebody joined my team and they got the sleeve done and they gained more weight from it, right? The problem is they still haven't learned how to eat. They still haven't learned to use this to control their stomach. Their stomach's still controlling them. So say they see the food and they try to put it in their body and they throw it back out because it won't go down, right? But that doesn't always happen. Eventually that loosens up. And once that loosens up, and what happens, you go over there and you tell the doctor, hey, give me some more room on my stomach or whatever it is, right? And you open it more, right? And you loosen it more and loosen it more up. Eventually, this is what happens. You still haven't learned that this food is not good for you. You still haven't learned that you shouldn't be eating this, right? Now, all that hard work you did, the operation you did and everything, where does it go? Now you're back to where you were at. Now you're more depressed because you're like, oh my God, I paid for this operation, did this operation, and this operation did not work out. So that's why it's important for you to learn how your body works, for you to learn what your body runs on and what it should not run on and what you should run it on, And so that's what we're trying to do. That's exactly what we're trying to do. That's what I try to do for y'all. Guys, sometimes I'm y'all biggest cheerleader. Like, I'm cheering you on. I don't even know you, and I'm cheering you on. Some of y'all, I don't know you at all, but I cheer you guys on. I see you. When y'all put your food up and y'all show y'all food and y'all doing this, I cheer you guys on, man. I really do. So sometimes when I see something it's not right and I go put a little ugly, like a face on it, something, I'm not trying to come to you like I'm a keto police, because I'm not. I'm trying to come to you because I care. Because I know that sometimes we need somebody to push us. We need somebody to give us that pat on the back. Even if we don't need it, sometimes we need it. Hey, you're doing great. You're doing great, And start telling yourself, not yet. A lot of us say, I never done that. I don't know when I'm going to do it. Tell yourself not yet. And when you tell yourself not yet, that means, guess what? You're thinking about doing it. And you might do it. A lot of times, a growth mindset is something that's hard to get. Excuse me, because we all got a mindset, right? A mindset is something that you're born with. So if you're a mechanic, guess what? You feel that's all you can do is do mechanic work, right? A growth mindset is somebody that's going to grow from what they're looking at, from what they're learning, from what somebody's telling them, and they're going to grow from it. And that's exactly where you should grow from. If I had somebody 3.5 years ago doing these shows like I'm doing right now, man, you don't know how happy I would have been. I had people on YouTube, and it was confusing. I was confused. I'm not saying there's no audience for it, but I was confused. I was looking at like, so is this about keto? Or what is this about? And that's why I say whenever I do my shows, whenever I get to that point, I'm gonna do something where people can understand. Keep it simple. And I wasn't gonna edit my videos. The reason why I'm an editor. I got a graphic. I got a whole studio here. And I do editing. I do commercials. I do a lot of stuff. I do DJ drops. I do commercial drops. I do a lot of voice overs. I do a lot of stuff, right? So I can easily edit my videos. But I said I wasn't going to do that because I want y'all to see exactly what goes on. So if something falls, guess what? I want you to see something falls. I want you to see, hey, I'm human just like y'all, And then I tell you, hey, go to my YouTube and you can see my videos there, right? Keto is Life TV. Now, for some of y'all that haven't, just go to my YouTube because it's too much work for you, because it takes away seconds out of your life when I could put seconds into your life to help you out. I don't get it. And I know there's a lot of people that are on my YouTube right now, right? But I don't get it. I really don't get it. And you got people that want to make their story sound good, right? You got people say, you know what, keto's not for everybody. I don't do keto, right? Okay, cool. And you got people say, I tried keto, but it wasn't for me. I would never do it again, everything. And I say, you know what? Okay, cool. But maybe because they didn't do it right. So much goes into keto. So when people tell you, hey, it's easy, and you got the people say, you know what? You take these packets, take this, prove it, or take these packets, and they got keto, and you take them, and they're going to help you drop weight. You don't even need to do nothing you don't need to do the keto lifestyle at all. You can eat anything you want to eat and take this packet, right? And then you gain weight, and nothing's working. So guess what you blame? You blame it on keto. Oh, this thing ain't working. Well, it ain't working because you're not putting the work into it. There's a lot that goes into the keto lifestyle. A lot. This does not happen by chance. This happens by work, by hard results. That's when somebody starts dropping their weight. First 20 pounds, that's water. I can't ever, water weight. That's like a little twist. Water weight. That's the first, right? Then you start dropping the other weight. Guys, what I'm here to tell you, I dropped 95 pounds. I dropped 98 pounds, not 95 pounds, 98 pounds 3.5 years ago. Today I maintain. I'm not dropping no more weight, but I maintain, right? I'm keto adapted. I'm a keto coach. I'm an intermittent fasting coach, so I do fasting every day. I don't skip no days. I fast every day, and I love it. So we got over here. Yeah, that's why I failed so many times. No support. Brandy, if you need my help, give me a call. 832-715-2557. If you're leaving me messages on TikTok, I can't greet your messages because I can't write back to you. That's the problem. I don't know why, but all the time I try to do it, they say I got to verify my number, and I do all that, but it still doesn't work. I don't know who's having that problem too, but on TikTok, on YouTube, you can go to YouTube and you can leave me a message there, or you can go to my keto page, and One Sugar is the Devil. So One Sugar is the Devil, and I'll be glad to help you. Also, guys, speaking of Sugar is the Devil, make sure you visit my bakery, sugaristhedevil.net, sugaristhedevil.net. I put all the sources out there for you so you won't cheat, so you know there's a better way to enjoy your treats. And they're so delicious, guys. Don't just take my word for it. Go try them. Go try them out. So sugaristhedevil.net. Does anybody have any questions, man? I appreciate everybody on Facebook. I appreciate everybody on here. Does anybody have any questions? I got a couple of seconds, and I'm going to jump off right now. There's going to be 35 minutes. Do you have any questions, guys? Remember, Sugar is the Devil. And I'm going to play something for you real quick, okay? Let's see what I'm going to play right now. I'm going to play this one real quick. Here we go. The question is, how bad do you want it? Do you really want it so bad that you're willing to give up sleep and give up everything that you're doing right now to change, to get out your comfortable place? Do you want it that bad? Do you want it where you're going to hurt while you make these changes? You're going to feel different. Things are going to get harder. Do you want it that bad? Do you want it to where you're going to go on a journey and you don't know what to expect in that journey? Do you want it that bad? Do you want it where you might lose friends, where you might lose family members, where you might lose people that they're not used to being around you? Do you want it that bad? The question is, how bad do you want it? I know how bad I wanted it. I wanted it so bad I can taste it. I could see myself doing it. I promise you that if you want it so bad and you work hard for it, because nothing comes easy, then you would achieve and accomplish what you've always wanted to accomplish. And you would get over that mountain that at once you thought you couldn't climb and you couldn't get over. How bad do you want it? I accomplished that. And every day I accomplish something else. So the question is, from me to you, is how bad do you want it? There you go, guys. How bad do you want it? You know, a lot of stuff I said on there, you lose friends. I lost friends that were like really, really close to me, you know. It got to the point where like Free thinks he's too good, right? Because I was excited when they asked me a question about keto. I would respond. I was excited. I wanted to show them how I felt, how my life had changed. Now I'm too good. I'm too good to be around, you know. Oh, don't go with Free because that's all Free wants to talk about keto, right? But yet you're asking me questions, right? So, and another thing I said on there is you would lose sleep. You go on a journey. You don't know what to expect, but you know that you got to be on a journey. At one time, you couldn't, you know, you felt you couldn't cross over that mountain, but now you can cross over that mountain, you know. But hey, man, it's a lot of hard work, but you could do it. I have faith in you. You can do it. Hey, guys, I appreciate y'all like always, man. I hope y'all enjoy my shows. 100% fact, sugar is the cause of all health problems. It is, you know, so if you have type 2 diabetes, that's sugar. Anxiety, sugar. Depression, even cancer feeds into cells, feeds into your cells. So be careful out there. Sugar feeds into the cancer cells. So sugar is the cause of skin infection, of psoriasis, of acne. Whatever you think of, sugar is the problem. That's where the problem lies at. Hey, guys, thank y'all so much, man. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Keto is Life TV. To the next video. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.
Sugar is the devil. Keto is Life TV.